The realm. Do you know what the realm is? It's the 1,000 blades of Aegon's enemies. A story we agree to tell each other over and over till we forget that it's a lie.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back for another Game of Thrones House of the Dragon video. Well, my friends, it looks like we finally have another official Winds of Winter and House of the Dragon update from George R. R. Martin's Not a Blog website. It honestly seems like it has been a while since we've received any new information about the show. As you all know, we are now less than 4 months away from finally getting to see the first episode of House of the Dragon, HBO's new series set roughly 170 years before the events of Game of Thrones and A Song of Ice and Fire. Now, before we go any further, let's go over to George R. R. Martin's website so we can see what he had to say only a few hours ago. As always, George says there is a lot going on. Good things, bad things, big things, and small things. There's no time for a long blog just now, but here are a few random comments about all and sundry, some of which may interest some of you. It looks like the Jets and Giants both did very well in the first round of the NFL draft. Well, I'm going to go ahead and skip this section of the blog. I doubt any of us are here for his thoughts on football. It goes on to say Dark Winds debuts in June on AMC. The trailer is everywhere, so check it out if you have not seen it yet. I was one of the executive producers on the show, a 6-episode adaptation of the Navajo detective novels by the late great Tony Hillerman. Now, as interesting as this may sound, I don't think any of us are here for this either. I'm sorry, George, we all love you, but we're all here for one thing and one thing only. He says, The Winds of Winter is going to be a big book. The way it's going, it could be bigger than A Storm of Swords or A Dance with Dragons, the longest books in the series to date. I do usually cut and trim once I finish, but I need to finish first. Alright folks, now let me just say something about this. And I will be the first to admit, maybe I am foolish for thinking this, but I have to believe that at least George R. R. Martin believes he will get the Winds of Winter done relatively soon. I just don't see any other reason why he would continue reminding us about how often he is working on it unless he feels like he's almost done with it. He knows better than anyone else that whenever he mentions the Winds of Winter, he will receive a lot of backlash for not having it finished over the last decade. If he actually knew he would never get it done, I don't see a reason for him to mention it, knowing what kind of criticism it brings every single time. Now I know, I go back and forth on this myself. My thoughts and feelings about the Winds of Winter flips with every single update he blogs about. But like I said, at the end of the day, I just have to believe he knows he's nearly finished. Otherwise, I don't see why he would always remind us about it, unless he's just downright evil, which I don't think he is. Now that he's letting us know how big he thinks it will be makes me think he's obviously already written more than enough to know. Then again, who really knows? Maybe he is just saying it will be the biggest novel so he can excuse himself for taking so long. Either way, I do want to stay optimistic about this. Deep down, I do feel like he will get it done sometime soon. Now let's see what else he said. He goes on to say, I saw rough cuts of a couple more episodes of House of the Dragon and was just as happy as I was with the earlier episodes. Ryan and Miguel and their cast and crew are doing great work. Those of you who like complex, conflicted, and gray characters as I do will like the series. There will be more than enough dragons and battles to be sure, but the spine of the story is the human conflicts, the love, and the hate. It will be more of a character drama rather than an action-adventure story. It will obviously be a lot like Game of Thrones, only the story will not be as grand. It should be mostly contained to a few locations like King's Landing and Dragonstone, unlike Game of Thrones where we were constantly bouncing around from different locations all over Westeros and Essos. Now I do like that House of the Dragon will be more focused on the central story, but I will also miss that adventure aspect that Game of Thrones did so well. Now, I like battle scenes as much as the next guy, but some of my favorite moments on Game of Thrones were when things were more intimate. Moments when we would see characters getting to know each other, like Arya and the Hound, Jon and Ygritte, Tyrion and Bronn, or even Bran, Jojen and Mira. Under almost any other circumstances, you would never see these characters hanging out with each other, but because of the situations they were in, they had to lean on each other and depend on one another for survival. Characters who at first may seem like the odd couple, but through hardships and adversity, they would form bonds with each other that would draw them closer than some of their own relationships with family. It's amazing moments like these that will be missed from House of the Dragon, but that doesn't mean the new series won't make up for it in other ways. I am very anxious and excited to see how the first season will unfold. Like I said at the beginning of the video, we are now less than only 4 months away from seeing that first episode, and according to George R.R. Martin, the episodes were very well done. Just like I did with the Game of Thrones episodes, I will start working on my House of the Dragon episode breakdown videos immediately after each new episode ends. I'm hoping that I will see all of you back here for those videos when we can finally have something new to dive into and discuss and dissect. As always, make sure you are subscribed now, that way you will know whenever I release a new video regarding anything about Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, The Winds of Winter, or A Song of Ice and Fire. I want to thank all of you for stopping by and checking out this short update video. I hope all of you have a great day. I will see you again very soon. Bye.